Can you still hear me, aye?
Yeah, I can. How come?
No, I was just saying when...
Actually, wait. Wasn't Craig Ellie? Oh, not Craig Ellie, it's a little week. I don't know. Things a bit more
I
complicated.
started broadcast.
Alright. So, now the question's down. Do I want to watch you seriously or do I want to watch you playing a game?
Mm.
Well, we're good question. Where are we?
No, I'll
Paimon was in such a
after I
panic when
finish.
you passed. This is Gandharville. It was
Um,
originally built by
I never
scholars
thought.
from Sumeru as a
Hi.
place to... My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I
Ah,
found you
shit.
past... Oh!
That is on part of
No,
that.
no things are necessary.
This rock is in
I
the game.
didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
Jesus.
Oh,
Actually, I have a
that's
legendary
Master's herbal
Clapton.
medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I
I'll
forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake
to
up.
do something and a message to you, okay? So don't mind what I'm gonna message you, alright?
I don't have the comments yet though.
In like UMPS.
Ah, whoops!
That to do this via playing a game.
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. I'll get it for you
What's your
once
channel
I
name
am
again?
finished here.
It should just be my PSN name.
Sorry, Master.
Yeah.
Now, the guide to a video
Capital
forest's
J, that's
edible
it.
fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board, but if...
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine, be sure to charge him
It's
accordingly.
not your actual PSU. That's not your PSU. It's zombie underscore killer.
Uh,
Sounds good in the videos. Good, I've changed it to that instead.
Pardon me.
So, how are you doing?
That's zombie.
Feeling better?
That's not zombie.
Oh, this is my master,
Zombie.
Forest Watcher Tainari. He's chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training in meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneal to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneal I just mentioned.
Genshin Impact.
That incense typically has no effect on most people. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any
What's the
out-of-body
logo?
experiences, or did you see anything while unconscious?
Avatar.
Uh,
I can hear your voice.
Hmm.
Can you hear my voice?
Good.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
What about now?
I don't know how to use it. Hey, I'm gonna go speak.
Hello?
Yeah, I can still hear it.
Huh? What?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which is not in the best of shape. Of this.
Whoa! Are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that the rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own, at least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell. Okay? Good. Now, continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and right! Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look too good. It'd probably be best to let you recover first. Hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about— What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say anything about it to Tainari? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? But if that's the case, why would he try to hide that from us? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru. Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale.
All right, next let's see your right hand. Not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful, understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... Well, you understand.
But I have a vision too! Am I useless to everyone now?
Don't talk like that, Kale. this is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might...
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, and if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the Seven.
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Got it! I'll be right there! All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me. So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but,
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with the... by the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know...
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former...
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also, according to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the...
Uh-huh. Then what?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too sure?
Yeah, I'm from...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with straight...
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Because you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped... You... sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm. Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You really...
Sorry.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you... So, how do you know...
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in one letter. She mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler, and I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
Ah, so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned that.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. What? So that's...
Don't mention it. We are friends after all.
You both have my thanks. Well, you two were up there cleaning.
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Or Lesser Lord? You might be right. The statue does look kinda old. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's head down and meet up with Kale. Kale, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing.
Yay, food! What kind of... Hey, don't be a party...
I prepared a nice portable dish that forced... What? No, you dropped it! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there. Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so...
You really know how to cook. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime.
Yay! Thanks, Kale!
Oh!
So, Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master is actually very kind at heart. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called... something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official... But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. I know. Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me...
Really? Paimon would have never... Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of... Paimon's still kinda upset, though.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why, is he going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
I didn't mean that.
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Kale by any chance?
Oh, Kale? Yes, I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
I'm dead on my feet. I think I'll stay here.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet. Alright, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I had a night from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been dealing with for some time. Just how serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
It appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as the Nilotpala lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Hey, Tainari, where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. The Nilotpala lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon, never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Illusion shattered!
There should be Nilode Palalotuses growing somewhere in this area. Let's split up and begin searching. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
Alright, we've gathered enough Nilode Palalotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari. Hey, Tainari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me have a look. Good. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have an—
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your...
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? Let's go find out what's going on.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area, so we decided to come find you as quickly as possible.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand.
Wait, Tainari, what?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still... There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said, only someone with...
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper... Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real... Don't sweat it. We've helped...
Wait, you've met other forest rangers before? Anyway, since you two are experienced adventurers...
Hey, look! That gloomy area over there looks like a withering... Even though Paimon...
All right, Traveler. We're about to enter the withering zone. Since you already have experience... But please remember, don't push yourself. If at any point it becomes too much... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Illusion shattered!
Witness the power of Guhua! Everybody stand!
Now! Destroy the tumor of the withering! Yes. Thanks to you two.
Tainari? You make it...
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering... For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, this presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started...
Huh? Well, why...
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the... No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it... Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient... The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago, but even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it...
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. Huh? Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon...
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Huh?
Yes. Allow me to explain. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's...
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey...
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Travel. So, how do you...
Huh? Really? You're not feeling... But, wait, how'd you...
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that... And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all, because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just... My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was a part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of... Now, after seeing you in action, when you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irmin. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask...
that sounds nice.
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. Please, wait here. Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia. as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. No, I should be the one thanking.
Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Divine bolts can strike even in the absence of...
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Demonstration is not required. Good.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia!
So...
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait. Huh? Hot things out here? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh... Something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
There is no escape! fleeting dream. Shine down! The thunder falls silent.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Let me weave you a verse. Body and mind. Know my sword. Time to act.
Oz, reveal thyself!
I'm going in! Adventure time! Off we go! Let's light it up! Let's light it up!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Everybody stand!
Insolent. There is no escape!
Off we go! Let's light it up! Adventure time! Witness the power of Gugwa!
Shine down! Erase all threats!
is dream work!
What is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute! Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. worry about such things. They don't concern you. Bow before the abyss!
There is no escape!
Adventure time! I'm going in!
Shine down! There is no escape! Now you shall perish!
Off we go! Let's light it up!
Off
we go! Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Illusion shattered! Insolent!
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
The end is nigh.
Shine down!
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before!
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
Ah, so sweet.
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first. Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to...
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my...
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream?
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly...
Oh! And then...
And then I had a dream. I was convinced they'd never show... I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as... Yes, no doubt about that. Sorry about...
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon... Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations.
Let's light it up!
All done! Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already washed it. Oh, it smells amazing! And the box is a nice touch, too! Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia!
smells delectable. Even though everything you mentioned, it took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academy, you should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without...
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Earth?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants, since the root of the Dendroarchon's power. Naturally. And...
Makes sense.
That was primarily due to his body taking in any scent. Not to worry, though. Technically, your body...
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your ability.
Whoa, you're really serious?
I am. As a member of the Ritawe Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their which is why I must turn... If only my perception wasn't so I am currently in the stage of training. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and that's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our...
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can...
Of course I do. However, I believe that being but what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of...
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound...
Well, it's strange because nearly no...
Huh. Is that true?
Yes. The sages say that wisdom implies ration. Yes. If one struggles with anxieties, the fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is... I was born into a family of... I studied hard, but then, on the day I skipped... It was back then. Just...
So...
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any... World forget me. If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. If you two are ever in the area, there's no need to be thanking me.
Now that we know Hypatia is all...